All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Sound CoderDojo. Today, we are continuing working on the Amazon Cyber Robotics Challenge. If you haven't already, please log in as your student account. If you haven't created one, please check the email, the event details, and get logged in. While you're doing that, we'll continue off where we left off last time, which I believe was mission 13 or 14. I might just do 13 again or check what we have for 13 and then move on to 14 here and continue going. So yeah, I guess let's get started. All right, so it looks like we have some code left over from last time, which is great. With the interface, you can zoom in, you can drag. I kind of like it to have it at just a slight view like this so I can see where everything is and kind of 3D. Let's take a look at what we've done so far. So we're going to run this simulation. I'm not getting any audio, but that's okay. And we can actually speed things up a little bit. I'm going to hit this little button down here. All right, looks like we did great. Got it in 2 seconds before we needed to, so that's great. So we're gonna keep going. Let's move on to mission 14. Okay. Looks like we kind of got it started here, but we didn't finish. So I'd like to just run the program to see how far we got. I'm speeding it up a little bit here. Looks like we're moving it up. Getting that thing out of the way, and we need to get this guy over. Okay. So there is one little problem, it looks like, within the code. So the code goes all the way to the end. So we're supposed to get the rack over here, which we do, but there's one little piece of the code there's a bug in the code. So I think it's right here at the end where we move the lift up. We actually need to move the lift down to park the rack. So we can come over here to movement and drag this guy down, and we can try it again. Let's try that again. Okay, we're moving that rack out of the way so we can get this rack. So I see that there's a question in the chat about, is this a competition from Amazon? Yes.
Yes.
I believe there are prizes. Charles, do you remember what the prizes are?
Well, it's set up to allow a competition for tier one schools or Title I schools. You can win supplies for your classroom and things like that. We obviously don't qualify for that, but we're interested in teaching kids coding, and so I think this is an excellent opportunity. But as far as I know, there's no individual prizes.
Yeah, I think classes get money or something like that from Amazon. Cool. So excellent. Let's keep moving. So the move the lift down actually worked for us. I accidentally continued on without actually showing that it worked, but it works. So we can go on to the next mission here. So I'm going to back to the Learning Center here. Down here at the end of every level, they have a quiz, and it's kind of a logic quiz. So let's take a look. And they're just saying that you can attempt this quiz as many times as you want. Okay, so let's take a look at this, and let's get some votes here. This program does not instruct the robot to bring the item to the associate. Why? And it's really hard to see this. Okay. And they have 4 options. So let's read off the options first. The program will instruct the robot to drive out of the fulfillment center floor. And that's option 1. Option 2 is the program will instruct the robot will drive into the wall. And then option 3, at the end of its route, the robot will run into another pod that is currently at the station. The robot should move this first. At the start of its journey, the robot will crash into another pod. It needs to be directed to move around the pod first. Okay, so looking at this logic, maybe we can post in the chat, have people give their opinion on what they think is the right answer. So if we run through this logic, we're gonna go 4 steps north, I guess, in this orientation. So we're gonna go under this first one, go there, and it looks like we're gonna end up right here. Then we're gonna drive 1 step east, and then 1 step south, move lift up, and drive 1 step this way. And then we're gonna drive 3 steps this way, and we're gonna run right into that. It looks like Nathan says 3. Winnie says C. So it's looking like option 3. It's going to move into the other pod. Yep. Let's try. Yay! We got the correct answer. Okay. Second question of the quiz. 2 orders came, one after the other. A watch, then basketball. Where should the robot move the pod containing the watch after the watch is taken from its pod by the associate? Okay, after doing a watch and then basketball, where should the robot move? Watch. Okay, let's take a look at the picture. Okay, so the order of operations, we have the watch in front, A, and the basketball is behind. So a watch, then basketball. Where should the robot move the pod containing the watch? Well, we can't put it in A, I don't think, for looking at this. So we need to get the watch thing out of the way. D seems a little far. That's and C too. Maybe B. What do everybody think? I think B. Yeah. Yeah, that's what the need to get the watch first, which is what the first part is saying. Where should we move the pod containing the watch after the watch order is fulfilled, basically? So my vote is B. All right. Looks like Charles said B too. Yep. Good job, Nathan. What will happen if the fulfillment center's floor was full of pods, as shown in this picture? Okay, that is quite the number of pods. The robot will easily deliver items and pods to the associate. It would be difficult for the robot to find the correct pod. The robot might bump into pods on its way. There would be no path for delivering needed pods to the associate. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards number 4 here, especially if there's an order right here. Yeah, I agree. I think it's 4. Everybody's saying 4. Yep. Nice work. Okay. Yay! Okay, I guess the last question was worth more. All right, so now we're on to the next challenge. Arc level 3, or arc, whatever, can't say that. Excellent, so let's continue on to mission number 15, deliver the merch as soon as possible. Okay, welcome to level 3 of Amazon Fulfillment Center training. Your goals in this level of the training program are to code efficient routes while controlling multiple robots, which are also known as fleets. Okay, that's interesting. Underneath the pod. Okay, let's start off with an easy one. In this mission, the robot is already underneath the pod that needs to be delivered. Okay, deliver the pod to the station as soon as possible. Okay, so if we reorient ourselves, we can see that our little robot is underneath the basketball. We need to get the basketball to the associate in 25 seconds. That seems a bit short, so I'm going to try coding it so that we get as direct a route as possible getting this basketball over to the associate. The first thing I want to make sure is that we move the lift up so that we're carrying the whatever this is, the rack. And then we need to move, looks like down one, left one, down one, and then left one. So we could probably set up a loop here. We think about this real hard. So we need to move 2 lefts and 2 downs. Okay. But first we need to move down first here. So we're going to drive 1 step down to move this guy, and then drive 1 step to the left here, and then we repeat this twice. Oops, not 23, twice. So this would get us down, over, okay? And then we need to move 1 more over and 1 more up. Let's see. 1 more. I'll just drag this one again. There we go. So we need to go left and oops, data and up. There we go. And the last bit is to move the lift down to set it in place. Excellent. Let's try it. I'm going to save my work. It's going. Oops. Yay, we beat it by about a second, a little more than a second. Excellent. Gotta like that. Okay, whoever wants a basketball just got their basketball. All right, so on to the next activity. So we're going to be learning about the for each block, learn how the for each item block works. Watch the video. Can people hear this video?
You are already familiar with the repeat loop, which commands the instruction blocks inside of it to be executed multiple times.
Okay.
Each repetition of the code inside the loop is called an iteration. This data block determines that the loop will iterate 4 times. The for each item block, which you will use in this next mission, is in ways similar to the repeat loop. Like the repeat loop, it will execute the instruction blocks inside of it for a certain number of iterations. But not only does the for each item block determine the number of iterations, it also determines the values of these iterations. It does so by using a variable and a list. The variable can have any name as long as it is 1 word and matches the name of the variable declared in the for each item loop. It acts as a placeholder for data, like a cup that holds a liquid. In this case, it acts as a placeholder for direction blocks. When this code is executed, the for each item block will iterate once. The variable in the drive one step block holds the up direction block, and the robot moves one step forwards. You can add or remove data slots in the list using the plus or minus buttons. The for each item block will now iterate 3 times because there are 3 direction blocks in the list. In the first iteration, the variable of the drive one step block will hold an up arrow. In the second iteration, it will hold a left arrow. And in the third and final iteration, the variable will hold another up arrow. When the code is executed, we see that the robot drives one step forward, one step to the left, and one step forward again.
Okay, so it looks like we are going to be introduced to an array. The list block that they were talking about before in programming technology is sometimes considered an array. So yeah, they're introducing us to the for each item block. Like the repeat loop, it will execute code multiple times. However, the list here determines the number and the nature of the iterations. The drive one step block is in the arms of the for each item block. Therefore, drive one step is what will be executed. Okay, and then we're calling the variable direction. So the variable which can have any name as long as it matches the name of the variable declared in the for each item loop, acts as a placeholder for the direction blocks that are ordered in the list. How many items and in what direction will the drive one step block execute? That is the job of the list. So that list I was talking about is also considered an array in programming terms. When executing the code shown here, the robot will drive one step forward, one step to the left, and one step forward. So one step up, one step left, one step up again. If necessary, zoom in and out to get a better view of your code. Okay. Complete the list and run the code to deliver the merchandise. Okay. Excellent. So instead of, I guess, doing a bunch of drive one steps with these connected, we can just think of each one of these as a drive one step. So we drive one step, drive one step, drive one step. And each of the steps are stored in this direction variable that then the direction is inputted into the drive one step, and then it continues on to the next step and just goes until this is complete. It's iterated through all of them. So for our purpose here, if you remember, this is pretty much, yeah, this is the exact same problem we had in the last challenge or in the last mission. You just need to drive down, drive over, drive down, drive over, drive over, drive up. Yeah, so if we start off with the first one, we need to drive down. So we're gonna drag this little guy up here. And then we need to drive to the left. So let's keep going, drive there and drive down and drive left. Hopefully I'm not going too fast for everybody. So down, left, and then over one more left and up. Yep. Okay, let's give it a shot. Let's save our work. Give it a shot. And I'm going to speed this up a little bit because it's pretty much the exact same challenges we had last time. But yeah, you can see it's following those directions. It's just stepping over each item in the list and placing the item. There we go. Excellent. Hopefully that makes sense to everybody. Please, if you have any questions, please put them in the chat. We'll continue on.
So far, all good, Tim.
Yay! Great.
This is fun.
Yes, it is.
Makes you wonder what a real fulfillment facility would look like moving all these parts around.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so now we have long blocks. When equipped with a long list, the for each item block might extend outside the viewable portion of the editing area. Let's keep going here. Remember, you can zoom in and out. Okay, well, I don't know if that would help anybody see this list a little better, but maybe I can zoom in a little bit. Okay, cool. All right, so we got a pair of Beats headphones. And we're gonna go, we need to get this, well, it looks like, oh, I see. We need to repeat this one 3 times. So we need to get this one out of the way. Why is it repeating 3 times? I think this,
I think they're just forcing you to adapt your strategies using different tools.
oh, I see. Okay, so they just don't want me to move this one at all, I guess.
No, they just want you to move around.
Gotcha. All right, so if we're repeating this 3 times and we're driving 1 step, there's 1, 2, 3, so we can get right over here. So we need to go up 3 times, 1, 2, 3. And then it'll move the lift up. The next step is to get this over and then down, over, down, down, over. So let's get it over to the left first. And I'm gonna run out of room pretty quickly here. Excellent. So that works there. And then we're gonna go down 1, 2, 1, 2, and it looks like this zoom function is not working out really well for me. And then to the right, since we're right here, we're gonna go here, then down 1 more, actually 2 more to get the carriage right here, whatever it's called, the rack. And then we're gonna move to the left twice and then up 1. Cool. Cool. Excellent. So let's give that a shot. I'm gonna save here. I'm gonna make things go a little faster. Look at that little robot go. Perfect. Looking good so far.
Hey, Tim, does it go faster than 2x?
No.
No? Okay.
Great. You did it. Nice job. Okay, so 2 seconds. We got it there with 2 seconds to spare. Okay. So I think these are going to get a little harder as we go on. Okay, the get route method. For each item, block doesn't have a list. Rather, it has a get route block. This block is a function that fills the list with direction blocks. How does this block work? Run the code. When the get route block is executed, you will be asked to choose a destination tile for the robot. Okay. Should we just see what happens? Looks like it's, we need to definitely do that though. I don't know if they wanted me to immediately execute the function or not. Let's try it. Oh, I forgot to. Oh, that's interesting. That's pretty cool. So it actually does it for us. It's interesting it didn't allow me to go through the other block. Oh, we have the The lift is already pushed up. All right, let's reset our simulation here. Yeah, big oops. Okay, interesting. So it looks like the get route actually tries to avoid going under things, which is strange. I'm curious, why don't we just go 3 here? And then, because we need to go up 3, and then it'll move the lift up, and then we can pick the directions. Save there, play. Okay, so choose a destination. Let's try that. Oh, I should probably speed this up. We don't need to watch. There we go. Perfect. We click the destination. That's a pretty cool function. We don't have to program it out anymore. Oh, we need to get a Roomba.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, I guess, okay. We got 2 robots, okay. Ooh. You now have 2 robots at your disposal. Choose drive unit is perfect for these type of situations. When executed, the block waits for you to select a robot. Deliver the ordered item to the station in time using whatever means necessary. Okay. Excellent. So let's choose a drive unit. But we need to figure out which unit we're going to use and then how to get the 2 orders in on time, or I guess just 1 order. We could just do this one to here and then over. That one seems a little far away. So I'm gonna pick this guy, I think. So I'm gonna drive 1 step forward, and then I need to move the lift up to lift up the rack. This rack right here. And then we can get our route and move the lift down. So the route, we'll just choose to go this way. So let's try this. Okay, so I'm gonna pick this guy. There we go. Perfect. Okay, yay. That's interesting. So this could get very complicated very quickly. We got our Roomba. Whoever ordered their Roomba is gonna get their Roomba. So just to verify, I'm gonna try again and try to pick the other Roomba, or the other Roomba, and just show why the other one didn't work. Yep. That's cool. All right, we can stop. All right, let's stop. I guess it doesn't stop. Reset the simulation. Okay, let's move on to the next activity. So we were on 19, and we're gonna watch this video, I think. Okay, well, let's see how they're going to include it here.
It's
Program.
interesting. They drive it visually, isn't it?
All right, yeah. Program a second drive unit to help with the delivery. So mission 20. Okay, let's see what, in the previous mission, you may have gotten away with only programming one drive unit. For this task, you will have no choice but to employ both drive units. Don't forget to use the choose drive unit blocks and other instruction blocks as well to do so. Okay. All right, so the order is, why is, oh, that's annoying. Come on, I want to zoom out. Thank you. And that's just being weird. Okay, cool. This is ridiculous. Why can't I move it? No? No? Okay, fine. I guess we're going to zoom in because I can't see what I'm doing. That's super annoying.
There's 2 drive units, one under each stack.
Yeah, I see that. I just was hoping to get a better view. Okay, anyway. So we got 2 choose drive unit instructions here. But we first need to get this first drive unit out of the way so we can deliver the watch, or the clock, I guess. So let's give some instructions to this guy first. And we're gonna probably move the lift up. And we could do a get route here. But I think we can just do this without that. Data, move that guy. Let's move him up. And then we're going to choose the next drive unit and simply move once. Oops, let's actually, before we do that, we need to make sure that we move the lift up. So we're talking about this guy now. And we're going to drive that one step over right into the station for the associate and drop it down. Let's try it. Okay, we need to pick this guy first. There he goes. And then we pick the next one. Oh gosh. Don't know why I can't see that. There we go. Yay! Okay. Probably could have gotten a little fancier with our logic there, but that's okay. Okay. On to the next activity. Mission 21. Sometimes an item that needs to be delivered is located on a pod at or near some far edge of the fulfillment center. Your robot will need to work together to deliver the requested pod on time. Okay, not a problem. So, looks like the item's here. So we need to get one robot to move this out of the way, but we're also gonna need to get this and place this next to the associate. So one thing that we could do is just move the first robot under this first item, and the next robot under this one, move this guy out of the way, and then move that into the station. So let's give that a shot. So we're going to first choose a drive unit. I wonder if you can do multiple. Yeah, you can. Okay, good. Excellent. So we're going to first choose this robot, and then move that robot under this pod for the watch. So the control flow, I don't think we can repeat this step twice.
Probably because of the volume.
And move the drive unit one step, but we're going to move him down twice. So that'll get this one down here. We can also repeat those instructions as well. I wonder if there's probably a better way to do this, but you know what? It doesn't matter. I just broke my code. This is fun. So we're gonna choose this drive unit. Actually, let's get the first drive unit to lift up the first carriage. Then we're gonna choose the second drive unit and move that drive unit down here and repeat the same instructions. I'm sure we could make this fancy, but why do that when you should just get your logic in first the simplest way possible? And then move the lift up. So let's see how far we get with this. I know that this doesn't complete the task, but I want to see if this actually works. Oh my gosh. Why do you do the automatic zooming? Okay, so our first drive unit's there.
Okay, one
Second one's
person's
coming.
saying they're having trouble getting the audio.
Can't get into the audio?
I can't get into the audio. Okay. Not sure, Vincent. Can other people hear?
I think people have been able to hear.
I can hear you fine. Yes.
Okay. Bill says yes. Okay. So we saw that the two robots there, they got into the right spots, but now we need to complete the logic to keep going. Let's see. So let's continue our control flow here. I guess we could have used a list, but yeah. Well, let's try it. Let's try a different way of doing things this time. So we need to first, well, we already have that drive unit selected, so we don't need to do that again. But we can move direction here. So this is what, why can't I choose that? I guess variable 1 is, how do you, I guess we can do get route.
He told me how to do it. I know. Okay.
That's curious. Maybe I have to step, I guess. Well, whatever. We need to move, drive 1 step, steps, 1. Variable 1. There we go. So I want to make sure that this actually works. So I'm going to play this out. So we're going to first select our first robot. That brings that robot down here, moves the lift up, choose the drive unit, the second drive unit. And then we need to select where this drive unit goes. Great. Okay, so we got that one working. Now we need to select the other drive unit to move this one up. And then we can do the same thing, I guess. I guess we'll just do variable 2 and do get route and drive 1 step. And oh wait, we just use variable 2. Where's the variables? There they are. Variable 2. Oops. 2. There we go. Cool. I don't know if that's gonna reset the simulation, I guess. There we go. Now I can see everything. Okay. Don't change my zoom level. That's annoying. Oh, we forgot to drop it down. Let's see. Move lift down. Okay, I think we can just resume. Oh, I see what happened. I guess it just restarts the simulation. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, so we need to move this robot first, this robot second. We're gonna move this guy out of the way. And select this guy and move this guy in. And we did it. With 5 seconds to spare, wow. Excellent. People need to get their watches on time. Ha, ha, sorry. Terrible puns.
It's okay,
Anyway.
Tim. Terrible puns are allowed.
I need to watch myself here. Anyway, in this mission, you have 3 drive units available to you. Just by observing the layout of the mission, you may conclude that only 1 robot is needed. However, time allowance for this order to be fulfilled is extremely short, so we only have 13 seconds for this. Make use of all 3 drive units to deliver the pod to the station on time. Interesting. So it's going to be like a ballet kind of. Got to get drive units out of the way. Got to get drive units to where their destination is needed. So we only have 13 seconds. My best guess would probably be just move these guys off to the right and get this one down. Unless anybody disagrees. So we got this robot, and this robot. So choose twice to choose the robot. I guess you can put that in a repeat. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that. And then we can either choose which way we want to go, or we can just do the movement. So I am just going to go simple, move the drive unit to the right. Oh, thank you, Bill. We need to move the lift up when we do this. And then we can choose the last drive unit and move that down 3 spaces. It looks like we're going to get the basketball and move it 3. We need to first lift it. Drive that guy once. Well, we need to do a repeat here. And we're going to move it 3 spaces, and we're going to move it down. And finally, we need to move the lift down. Okay, let's give this simulation a shot. I'm going to save my work. Okay, so it's asking us to choose a drive unit. I'm going to pick this one first, and it's going to move to the right 1 space. And then it's asking me to choose the second drive unit. It's going to move that one to the right, and ask me to select the last one. Teamwork. All right. Somebody's going to have their basketball delivered on time. 2 seconds to spare. Be on the truck 2 seconds earlier. Okay. Ooh, this is going to be fun. The pod you need to deliver to the station is blocked off by other pods. Okay. Use all your drive units to clear a path and get the requested pod to the station. We have 35 seconds to do so. Okay, this looks like a very similar situation to what we had before, where we need to move these 2 pods out of the way and then move this pod down and over here. What makes this a little bit more interesting is, could we make it efficient? Because what we could do is just move this pod straight up and grab this while these 2 are grabbing theirs, or we can move this guy over and up, and this guy over and up, and this guy up. I think what would be most efficient, yeah, I'm thinking over first as well, where we bring all the robots over first, and then move this guy up. So this, we'll give that a shot. We'll give that a shot. Okay. So we need to pick our first drive unit. So let's do that twice, I guess. So we're going to have to use a repeat function. We're going to say 2 here, and then we're going to choose our drive unit. So we want to pick both of these and move them out of the way. And so we first need to move one step to the left. Oops, data, that's what I wanted. One step to the left, and then move the lift up to lift the pod up, and then move it back to the right. Back to the right here, data, right. Great. Oops, gotta get that out of the way. Okay. And then we choose our last one. Looks like I could put this in a repeat block too. Let's try that. So we're going to repeat this twice.
It's a route. It's a route.
I guess you could lift up the thing twice. Move step in the direction. Move lift up. I don't think it matters if the lift's already up, so keep going here. Well, I'm thinking if I wanted to pick this guy up, I move this guy with the direction, with the get route once, then it'll ask me to do it again, over and down. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
I don't think you can. Anyway, I'll show you.
Oh, I see. Yeah, no, okay, okay.
And then move the lift down. Okay, well, let's give this a shot. Save our work here. So let's get the robot here to get this one out of the way. And this one next. And then we're going to pick this drive unit and move that guy there. And it's asking us to pick our route. So slightly inefficient that we're calling move up, lift up once, or twice, I mean. But I don't think it really matters. Yep, didn't really matter. Got us there in 3 seconds to spare. So I hope that makes sense to everybody. Just looking at this logic might be a little confusing, but yeah.
If you have any questions, go ahead and use the chat. So far, it's been pretty straightforward. Nobody's been asking questions.
Cool. All right. Vincent, go ahead and get logged in if you want to play along while we're doing this. I think the intention is that we want people to both see what we're doing to get unstuck and also do it themselves. You could either do it now or you can do it later. It's up to you. Okay, but we do ask you to use our URL. Charles, could you post that URL to the chat so we can get credit for people doing the class?
Sure, I'll do that.
All right. Why is the get route function helpful? Select all that apply. Okay. It makes the code easier to fix if there is a bug because it's shorter and cleaner. It allows the programmer to calculate the route even when it changes in each mission. The function still works even if the route changes. And the third option is it makes code quicker because the program doesn't have to repeat as many lines of code. All right, so what are people's thoughts on this? 1, 2, 3, all three, or none, or, well, I can't do none. I'm actually think it's the first two. Although technically it could obfuscate a bug. I hope people understand what obfuscate means. It could hide a bug, I guess, if there is a bug within the get route function, but I don't think we're going to go that nitpicky here. It allows the programmer to calculate the route even when it changes in each mission. So, okay, Bill thinks it's all three. I think it's the first two because it's doing the same amount of logic, in my opinion. It just doesn't have it written out for us to see. So I'm going to pick the first two here. Well, I would disagree, but oh well. I think it was, they don't give us the right answer. I guess it's all three. So, okay. When get route is used in the loop, what does it automatically put into the for each block list? Okay. The get route block will automatically fill the list with the directions arrows needed to get to a player. There is no list. The drive unit follows the tiles that are marked. The get route block will automatically count up the number of spaces the robot needs to go along its route. All right, what do people think? Is it 1, 2, or 3? Go ahead and put that in the chat. Okay, Charles thinks it's 1. When the get route is 2. Maxim thinks it's 2.
Ooh, we don't have a consensus today.
Okay, Nathan thinks it's 1. Bill thinks it's 3. Interesting. Nathan's like really adamant it's number 1. All right.
Let's go with 1.
Okay, it looks like, yeah. Okay. All right, so we're gonna go with 1. All right, excellent. Nice work. Which of the following is not true about robots at the fulfillment centers? All the robots have sensors on the top and bottom to help them scan for their location and to make sure they pick up the correct pod. Using multiple robots makes deliveries faster because robots can be directed to pick up items that are closest to them instead of the ones that are far away. Having multiple robots can help speed up delivery because the robots can work together to clear the way for each other. To make sure the pods and goods stay safe, only one robot can move pods at a time. I'm kind of leaning towards 4. Do people agree?
It would be no fun if you didn't have multiple robots.
Yeah, Maxim thinks 4 is false. All right, I'm gonna go with 4. Hopefully we get this right. Hey, nice. Why do we have to choose drive unit when there is more than one drive unit on the floor? To make the game more fun. Oh, okay. To choose the drive unit that is closer to the associate. To determine which of the drive units will follow the instructions coming up next. To choose the robot that is closer to the desired pod. All right, 1, 2, or 3, or 4. What do people think? Okay. Nathan thinks it's 1. Okay, and Charles thinks it's 333,333. 2? Nathan thinks it's 2. Okay. Okay. Charles revised his number from 333,333 to 3. Okay. Vincent thinks it's 3. All right. I am thinking it's also 3. Okay. Cool. We're going to go with 3. Great. Nice. Okay. All right. All right. I guess they don't. I got a C. I got a C on this quiz. I will accept that. All right.
Congratulations! You have officially completed the robot training levels. In the last few missions, you controlled more than one robot. And you probably felt how hard it was to direct multiple robots at the same time.
In Amazon's fulfillment centers, there are thousands of robots moving around simultaneously. Amazon engineers use the power of robotics and computer science, similar to the coding that you did today, to make these robots work together and deliver goods as fast as possible.
So now it's time for your final challenge. In this next game, you'll program a fleet of robots to deliver as many presents as possible in a certain amount of time. You will compete with students around the globe to get the highest score possible.
And while you play, we encourage you to remember that in real life, this process is programmed to happen automatically using computer science. Can you imagine that code?
Good luck, and after the game ends, I encourage you to continue on your computer science journey at home and at school. I never thought I'd be working in tech today, but I am so glad I am.
Check out Amazon Future Engineer's online resources and make sure to ask your teacher and school counselors for more information. Maybe in a few years, we'll see you here as Amazon's next class of AFE scholars.
Sweet. I didn't hear any of that. Okay. So I guess there's a bonus game here. Warehouse management briefing. Look.
Okay, we're not hearing the sound this time. So Tim, I'm not getting the sound on this one. Tim?
Okay. Can people hear me?
Good. So Tim,
Okay, can you hear me okay?
I can hear
Charles?
you now. I didn't hear anything in that last video.
Yeah.
Okay, I think something happened with my audio on this end. I'll see if
It's
I can
okay if
fix
we
it
want to
here.
repeat
Give
that.
me a second.
Just that video. It was right at the beginning of the video.
Let's see.
Yeah, we were hearing computer sound, but not the video.
Let's see. Share computer audio. Where are the settings here? Let's try stopping screen share. Maybe that'll help.
Okay.
Second here.
Yep, so far. Keep my audio open.
Okay, I can't hear you. There you go. Now I can hear you, Charles.
Okay, cool.
Okay, let me try screen sharing again.
Okay.
Let me know if you can hear the audio.
I'll give you a thumbs up.
Selecting a robot active.
Does that work?
That worked.
Okay. Do you want me? I'll restart the video.
Yeah.
For people.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Are you ready for another challenge? Controlling robotic traffic on the warehouse floor can be difficult. Luckily, your previous coding experience with the Hercules robots makes you perfect for the job. As warehouse manager, you get a bird's eye view of the floor. Your Hercules drive units are highlighted blue for greater visibility. Naturally, the warehouse has lots of pods. Pods that contain an ordered item show a picture of the item on top of them. Your goal is to deliver as many ordered items as possible to the stations on either side of the warehouse floor. Watch out though, you have a time limit. Luckily, delivering ordered merchandise awards you points and a time bonus. All requested items have a time limit. The amount of time remaining for the request determines the number of points you get when the item arrives at the station. Click a robot to select it. A selected robot is highlighted light blue. Once a robot is selected, right-click another tile to send the robot there. If you right-click a tile with a pod, the robot will move to that tile but will not lift the pod. Right-click the pod itself to send the robot to the tile and lift the pod. Note that the pod itself is highlighted brown when it is lifted off the ground. Send the robot to the station. The associate will pick the item once the pod arrives. Then send the robot with the pod to an empty tile. The robot will lower the pod automatically. Another way to lower a pod is to right-click it. Want to deselect the robot? Just click any other tile. Be careful when assigning routes. Routes that overlap or cross can cause delivery delays. Since the drive units have distance sensors, they will not collide with each other. Rather, they will wait for their route to clear and continue once it's cleared again. A robot highlighted red has been delayed by the system to avoid a collision. Deadlocks can cause serious delays to order fulfillment. Use the manual controls to relieve these traffic jams. Selecting a robot activates its control panel. Tips and tricks. Keep your robots on the go. An idle robot is an inefficient robot. Keep your routes short when possible. This will help avoid deadlocks and traffic jams. At the Amazon Fulfillment Center, items are purposely stowed randomly and in multiple pods. This storage method helps alleviate traffic jams and speed up delivery. Go for the item that's best for you. Is the time limit on an item winding down? Real Amazon fulfillment centers don't operate this way, but to keep your game alive, it might not be worth going after an expiring order. Keep the warehouse organized. Stow empty pods where they don't block each other or the path to the station. The robots travel quickly when they aren't carrying anything and when going in a straight line. Use this to your advantage. Good luck and have fun!
Wow. Wow, I was right. All right. This is kind of like Rush Hour. I don't know if anybody's heard of that game, or like one of those flight airport games where you have to manage all the flights coming into the airport. This is fun. Let's give it a shot.
I bet some people might even have to play the video twice just to see all those controls.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Let's previous. Congratulations, you've gotten this far. Then you have completed this Amazon Cyber Robotics Challenge. Well done. Okay, so this is the bonus game. To wrap up the challenge, we have prepared a bonus game for you. In this game, you will see how hard it is to dispatch an entire fleet of robots on your own without computer science. Well, I think there's computer science here still going on. Okay, you will have to think algorithmically to deliver as many orders as possible. It won't be easy. It's both crazy and challenging, but we hope that this final fun experience gives you an appreciation for all that computer science can do. Okay, so yeah, we need to go full screen here. Block editing is not required. I'm sure the blocks would get pretty ridiculously complicated pretty quickly. So we can get our game started here. Okay, what's our first order? Oh, we got our order in, whatever that is. So we're gonna grab this guy and bring him over there. Can we drive the unit? Why is that not working? There it goes. And get that guy over there. Oh, that's actually send him over here. Oh, I see. You have to right click. Got it. What's the next order? Or do we just keep doing the same order? No, it's just one. They get you started going slow. Okay, so we got that. I'm gonna send this back over here. Keep ourselves organized. Oh, we got another order. Oh, I keep doing the wrong one. Oh, just playing around now. Cool, cool. How do I stop doing that? There we go. Cool. Let's get this guy off, out of the way. There we go. This is kind of nerve-wracking.
It is, isn't it, Tim?
Oh my gosh. And I have like a bunch of people watching me. I hope people are also playing the game themselves and not watching me struggle with this game.
I want to see how you play, so I get it. That I realize that you got to pay attention to when you want to click versus right click and all that.
Ah. Okay, this goes over here. Oops. Let's get this guy going over here. Oh, he didn't lift it. No. I have to double click. I forgot to double click. Ah, dang it. Okay. Get that guy in there. Kind of created a bottleneck here. Yes. Now get out of the way. Get out of the way. Come on.
Your order is going to expire.
I see that. Oh, no.
Oh.
Okay, so... Why is it beeping at me?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I am just too slow at this game.
The warehouse is closing down now.
Oh, the mission time. Ah, okay. Well, I think I could have done better, but I hope people will try this game for themselves. Also, try the challenge themselves. Please use the class link so that we get credit for you all doing this. I hope. Oh, Nathan did better. He got 58. Excellent. Well, we got like, I don't know, 18 minutes left. Is there anything else?
can we get everybody to turn on their video cameras so we can do a screenshot of everybody here? Can we do that? I'll turn on my video.
Do you want me to stop sharing
Yeah,
my screen?
stop sharing the screen and
Okay.
oh wait, hold on. Before you stop sharing, let me screenshot this.
Oh, my measly 42.
Hey, that's an important number.
It's stressful.
My snipping tool is very slow. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Yeah, I got it now.
Okay, I'll stop sharing. And did you want to take a screenshot of everybody so we can post it on social media?
Yeah, hold on a second while everybody gets in there. Okay. All right, now. Okay, so. All right, how do I change my view? Grid. I want gallery view. There we go. Perfect. All right. All right. Everybody doesn't have to turn on, but if they want, Tanya, yours isn't on yet, but I'm going to grab everybody right now. Okay. Say hi. Hi. Let's see if we got it. Okay, looks like I got it. Let's say I got it. All right, crawl. All right.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you. Perfect. Got a picture. Yay.
Alrighty. Well,
So this has been a lot of fun.
Yes, I agree. This is great.
And it makes you appreciate, if you think about it, this is like a little game and just like enough to understand the process.
Mm-hmm.
But can you imagine what it's like to program thousands of robots in a real live warehouse, all these things moving constantly?
Mm-hmm.
The technology to queue the order, so that when the person is at the station, they know which order they're packing and what box they're putting it in, and just everything.
Mm-hmm.
It must really be something. It is a lot of technology.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Vincent can't get into the game. Vincent, if you want to stick around after we end this, maybe I can help you out. Remember, there is an age limit, I believe, on this game.
Well, I think you can. If you're under 13, you need permission to sign up your create an account.
Yeah. So.
This also shows you why AI is important. They
Correct.
probably use a lot of AI to tell the robot to go get this item.
Mm-hmm.
Then the program figures out where the item is and how to get it to the closest.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. Machine learning, learning what the best route is given what the robot sees. It's the layout too. It's kind of like really, really smart Roombas.
And that they use optical, images to see
Mm-hmm.
things, right? Like there's barcodes on the pods, there's barcodes on the floor, and he uses those instead of some kind of, RF. I would have thought they would have had some kind of RF thing, but I guess the optical's more reliable.
So it's a XY plot.
Yeah.
So you go, where am I at in the plot? Where's the item I want? Where's the station I got to go to? The AI finds the closest robot and the closest or fastest route.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have no doubt that a lot of the students here in this session will probably be dealing with robotics in the future.
I agree.
Right?
Oh, yes.
Almost a guarantee.
One of the major jobs coming up, programming robots.
That's right.
Okay. All right. So, Nathan, I think you can adjust your volume level as it comes out on your system if you want, if it's loud.
Yeah, I don't see a mute button, unfortunately, within the UI.
All of our hearing is more or less sensitive. I mean, as you get older, your hearing gets less sensitive because the parts of your ear that function as the sensors for your hearing don't work nearly as well. That's why people end up with hearing aids. But when you're younger, oh yeah, it can be shocking.
Yeah, and loud sounds.
Yeah.
A lot of it reduces your hearing even when you're young.
Yeah. But we all have the same reaction to nails on the chalkboard. So, okay, I'm going to stop the recording All right. Thank you all.